I drove up and there's a red sign, white Chinese characters on it, just in the middle of the road. And I'm like,
I don't know what it
okay,
says.
I'm gonna drive by. So I drive by, and I'm wearing my full face helmet with like the rainbow reflective shield.
Yeah.
So it's like the sunlight one. So I'm driving through, and then I just hear like on a megaphone, like shouting in Chinese, and I'm like, fuck. I keep driving forward.
Hey, David.
Hey, how you doing, man? Long time no see.
Long time no see. The good
How's
camera
everything?
quality there.
What?
You got solid camera quality.
Yeah, I know. You know how it's done? It's easy. It's an iPhone.
Oh, that's
Dude,
crazy.
it's literally my iPhone, and it's just wirelessly doing my webcam and mic.
Wow, that's awesome. It doesn't even
I know
sound
it's
bad at all. What iPhone is that?
the 15 Pro Max.
Oh, okay,
I
jeez.
could change it to give you like the desk view, like a Marquez Brownlee kind of thing.
Oh,
Pretty cool.
that's cool. That's sick.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, it's
this
really
is
nice.
this is it, man. Welcome to the show. This is
Cool,
like
man.
it's
Cool.
just like
Glad to be on it. Glad to be on it.
a little hang. I'm gonna have to get used to the dramatic zoom ins from time to time.
Oh, the
You're-
move.
yeah, it just slowly like zooms in on you.
I know it's professional. I told you I
That,
take this
that's
seriously.
hilarious. You need to have your own podcast just because you have this now.
Well, dude,
That's.
I work remote now, so it's
Oh
just,
yeah, yeah. I guess.
I'm officially starting Monday. It's been
Oh,
a long story
fantastic.
why
That's
it's been
awesome.
delayed, but no, it's been nice. I've been home for 2 weeks now.
Wow.
It's been really weird.
Yeah, yeah, that is like I remember the first couple weeks of like doing a work from home, and it is a weird thing to get used to. You're kind of just like, wait, so when I'm done work, I just go upstairs and that's it, I'm done.
The
You
funny
know?
thing for me is they've given me the 2 weeks off. So like I finished, I was
Mm,
supposed to stop at Audi on a specific day and then go to the next one, and
mm.
like the Monday after I'd start. But then they're like, "Oh, we didn't do the background check, so we got to delay it by a week." And then they did the background check, and then they're like, "Wait, China's really complicated. We need an extra week to do this."
Oh, Jesus.
So, and then at the very end, literally yesterday, they sent me an email. It was like, "Hey, it's been really hard doing this stuff in China. We got the criminal background check, but employment kind of complicated.
Yeah.
Can you show us the proof?" And I'm like, "You could have asked me 3 weeks ago, and
Yeah,
this would have been
yeah,
done."
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
That's so funny. Yeah, we'll get into all the China, like you living in China and working in China, but I want to know what's your one word? What was the word that came to mind for you?
for me, it's always been an interesting one, and it's not for a podcast, but overall, it's optimism.
Optimism. Okay. Just writing it down so I don't forget.
No worries.
Yeah. So why did that word pop into your mind when I asked you that?
Because generally, the way I've always been has always been an optimist, right? And I've had to go through a lot of weird stuff over the years, being like, yeah, I've been in China for a while. I've done a lot of kind of just like overall kind of insane things throughout everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that kept me going through all of it is just this upwards kind of mentality. Because like, oh, this is a low point. Yeah, but you know what? Tomorrow's gonna be better.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like there's nothing to stop you.
Yeah. I
And
feel
it
like
got me through it. Like
I
when I
honestly.
arrived in China, even it was you'd meet the biggest doe-eyed idiot, and then you see what comes out on the other end, and you're like, wow, how did this turn into this?
Yeah, travel will do that to you for sure.
Hmm.
It'll force you into a situation where you have to like adapt and then be optimistic about like the outcome of it. I think a lot of I've been thinking a lot about like religion and how there's a lot of sort of these things are built into religion. Like when someone says, oh well, everything happens for a reason. It's God's plan or whatever. That to
Hmm.
me is optimism. That's just
Yeah, well,
that's just
it's having
optimism.
faith.
It's having
It's
faith that it's going to work out for you. Yeah.
funny enough, it's how it ended up happening with this new job, this new gig I've got, and it all just like if I didn't look at silver linings at everything that came up, I wouldn't be able to notice this as an opportunity. I would just see it as like just another person, another contact, another thing.
Yeah.
So it's like just like always looking for a silver lining, always looking for what's next.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you've seen what I'm like when I work, and I'm there just like when I have nothing to do, I look for problems to fix.
Yeah.
And it's like
Or ways to
and then
like
when
test
there's
your brain.
absolutely nothing to fix, I do strategy games and I do things to always keep my mind moving.
Right. Yeah, I think that's so important too because like complacency is just like the biggest killer of anything. Like the second that you get complacent or you get like too pessimistic about a situation, you're not going to have the mental strength or fortitude to want to pull yourself out of that situation.
But also the idea of realizing you're in a bad space and also being, well, there's nowhere to go from up from here.
Yeah.
Like that spin. Like I'm in a negative, but I can make it positive.
Right,
It's
right.
just like not like in the improv yes and, but it's like taking that whatever it is and flipping it on its head kind of thing. Like you
Yeah.
can always find a way to flip it to make it positive.
Yeah,
You
totally.
know, my favorite one was like working in car sales. One of the favorite ones is every single person pissed off on a rainy day.
Yeah.
Every single person. No business coming in, nothing. I'm like, this is awesome. And they're
Yeah.
like, are you high? I'm like, no, this is great. They're like, what do you mean this is great? Everyone's gonna be home. I can call people.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
everyone's
nobody's going to be
no
outside.
one's gonna be
Yeah.
having fun.
Yeah, there's the bright side.
So it's like I sat there and that's when I did the most phone calls.
Yeah, yeah.
And everyone's there twiddling their thumbs like, oh, I gotta send emails and no walk-ins. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you
You gotta
separate
be
it. Look at
proactive,
it.
man. people
Especially
are
in car sales.
people in
You're learning it
sales
now
are
more, huh?
so oh yeah, for sure. People in sales I noticed are so like you have to like grab their hand and put it on the phone and be like, pick it up, call someone, you know? They want to just, it's so easy to just send out an email now because it's like, there's no fear of like my knowledge is going to be tested or what if they say no or what if they raise an objection with me? It's like, well, yeah, that's how else are you going to learn unless you like pick up the phone and go through it.
Like it's the funniest thing because I keep thinking about like that I arrived in China, right? And this gives you the perfect idea of like the idiot that I am, but the perpetual optimist as well. My first 4 minutes out of the airport, like airport in arrivals,
Yeah.
doe-eyed idiot doesn't speak the language. I have to get from where I am to my hotel, where my people will meet me the next day, like
Right.
the ISEC group that brought me to China. And I had to get to the hotel by myself. So from Ottawa, came with a printed paper in Chinese. This is the hotel I need to get to.
Yeah.
Please bring me here. Just to show a taxi driver.
I'm having flashbacks when I had to do that.
But trust me, this is even funnier.
The
I get off the
printed
plane.
paper with the Chinese
Yeah,
instructions.
yeah. And the funniest one was I get off the airplane and I'm walking through, and of course, big foreigner, bags, of course, tourist,
Mm-hmm.
and doe-eyed looking around like a deer in headlights, like, wow, what is this? Guy comes up, hey, taxi, taxi, and I'm like, yes, I need a taxi.
Yeah.
This place is
What
fantastic.
a great country.
My God, people are so kind here. Come, me, come.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And then he walks me away from arrivals, away from the taxi stand, into the parking lot.
Yep.
And then as we're walking, he's typing into one of those old Nokia indestructible phones. And he turns it to me and it says 20. And I'm like, that's affordable. And
Yeah.
then he walks me into the parking garage, into his personal car,
Yeah.
and drives me 600 meters away.
Yeah.
The hotel is almost attached to the airport.
Dude, I was so mad when that happened to me because I had no idea. I booked a hotel, like, I thought it was close, but it was really far from where the airport was. And as
Mhm.
I'm in that personal taxi, we passed a hotel that was within walking distance of the airport. And I was like, I could have just walked to that hotel, walked in, asked if they had any rooms, and none of this would have happened.
Yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
the funny thing was, the guy took me there,
Yeah.
and I gave him the 20, and I'm like, this is $4. What do I care? Here you go.
Yeah.
And, thank you, big smile on my face, go into my hotel and do the normal thing. And then it took me months later to realize I was scammed. Because that's the famous black taxi scam where they get you at the airport.
Yeah.
Because a regular taxi would have cost me half that, $2 in China.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably wouldn't even like, no, you walk there. Like,
Yeah.
just go. And But the guy took, and you know what? I'm smiling and then I'm laughing about it because I'm like, it only cost me $4 and I got a story out of it.
Yeah.
And I've heard other people who've had it where they get taken for hundreds of dollars. So I'm like, you know what?
Yep.
All good, man. And I got to see nice people. And even if it was a scam, the guy, you know, I'm the
He
idiot
took
who
you to
got
where you
scammed
needed to
by the dude
go.
with the
Yeah.
smile on. But you know what? He started me on that adventure and that kind of
It,
perpetually looking at it's not that bad. Like, what are they going to do to me?
yeah. But it's so funny how like n- at least I've never experienced it in Canada before or even in the US, but like in every other country, it is perfectly normal to scam a tourist.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I have never been scammed by someone. Maybe in LA when someone tried to sell me a blank CD. But you know, that guy was hustling. He was trying to, you know, make money for his family. But I've never seen anyone in Canada be like, this bus is $30 for tourists and $3 for locals. That was everywhere
I
in
could argue
Asia.
one that's different. I could argue I've seen it in one place in Canada.
Okay.
I could argue, but it's different. It's it's in a sense of almost not screwing locals, because that's just a tourist site. Over everything, you know, is 15% more expensive. You go down there.
Sure. Yeah.
Locals don't go down. Tourists are like, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
So you can get where that it's baked into the system.
Right.
But the only time I've ever seen that kind of you get one price, I get another, since I've come back, there's a few Chinese restaurants that have specialty menus that are different. That's the only time I've ever
Really.
seen it. Where it's like, oh,
Again,
you're not
it's
Canadian. One second, let me take away this menu and bring you a real menu. Like our chef is excited now. He gets to cook real food.
oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, he's just not getting this American Chinese food.
He's like, oh my God, if I get another order for chicken balls, I'm gonna blow my brains out
Yeah, chicken balls.
with that red sauce right on top, like
Yeah.
good old 90s takeout.
Yeah, the culture shock that people would have going to actual China and having food there. They'd be like, this
Oh
isn't like at
my
home at all.
God. Like when I first went there, so you have to understand, my family is super rural Spain.
Sure.
And my aunt and uncle and my cousin, they still live out there, beautiful hometown. Love it every time I get the chance to go. But the first words they told me and my family when they found out I'm going to China, oh, David, please, first thing, David's got gigantic brass balls. He's going by himself to China. Please don't eat any cat or dog. That's it. That's the thing. Like brass balls, China, don't eat cat or dog.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like then when they visited Canada, we'd taken them to a Chinese restaurant and they'd stop back and reacted like, oh my God, like,
You guys eat
did
that
you
here?
seriously? Like, what are we eating? Like, is this, and
Yeah.
their prejudices kicked in.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just when you're that separated culturally, it just everything looks like 11 out of 10.
Well, yeah, and you go off of like whatever small funny thing you heard one time about that particular culture, right? And then that just becomes your label for that thing. So whenever someone says, "Oh, I'm going to China," or "Oh, I'm going to a Chinese restaurant," that prejudice is the first thing that pops into
Yeah,
people's heads. It's like because it's like if you try to recognize, I'm sure if they went to China and they lived there for a year, their entire perspective would be flipped. But
I couldn't see
who
them
has the
living there more than a
no, but like,
week.
let's say if they did, like, let's say if they had to be
If they did,
forced to live there for 2 weeks, they live there for 2 weeks. I guarantee their perspective would be like radically altered. But who has the time to do
it would
that?
be.
So,
It would be. But it would be a different way. It would be something like, things aren't weird. They're more than we think.
hmm
But then it comes down to food and they're going to be like, no.
yeah, no, this is garbage.
Like there's some hard lines where they're like, no.
Yeah. So, what was it like learning Chinese, and then tell me about the first time that you like understood it, like when you were just out and about, you could understand what someone was saying, and maybe even like you know, didn't fully let on that you knew what they were saying.
So
Because that
it's
to
a
me is
fun
like
thing.
another language. Knowing another language is like a secret weapon.
Trust me. And then I also understand Spanish as well. So I'm like,
Yeah,
I've got
yeah.
multiple weapons here. Um, so funny enough, I actually started picking up Chinese before I even went to China because I worked at TNT. So
Hmm.
it's a big Asian supermarket over
Right,
here, right?
right.
I was in the butcher shop and I learned how to basically cuss out my manager daily. Call him bald, call him fat, call him stupid. It's a butcher shop. It's just a bunch
Yeah,
of dudes with knives. Like it was just dudes shooting the shit, right?
yeah.
But then when I get to China, I'm like, I'm trying to write, I'm trying to figure it out, and it's hard. And especially when you're speaking a phonetic language, like I work with languages a lot, and you learn the difference. Phonetic language like Spanish, a, e, I, o, u, the same sound doesn't matter what vowel, doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
The only thing is like the stress would might change something, but it doesn't change the word itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like ahora, ahora, like you could change the stress, but the word doesn't change. In Chinese, there's ma,
Oh yeah.
ma, ma, and then also ma. Like it, and each one's a different word. So one's mother, one's like question mark, one is horse, and then also the funniest thing is like ego. So that's like counters.
Yeah.
So like just think of in English, right? There is what's a group of geese called? Flock of geese,
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
Imagine that for every single damn word, and each one's different. And then you have to learn this in a language that you don't understand, and
Yeah.
you say the wrong one, they laugh at you
Oh
because I
yeah.
can say a horse or horses
Yeah.
in English. Oh, this is great. Ipima, that's a horse. But if I say igoma, they're like, you want me to like pick up a horse and give it to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's weird, but it took time. It
Yeah.
took time.
Yeah.
The tone sucked. I focused mostly on speaking. Um, but it was funny. I knew when I was properly able to communicate, when I could bitch out a taxi driver.
Mhm.
Because, you finish the bar area, they're going to take you back home. They might do a few extra blocks because you're
Yeah.
drunk.
Sure. Run up the
Break
meter.
up the meter a little.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And, hey,
Yeah.
你去哪里？我知道，我说南京人，我这我们去右拐，下个红绿灯是右拐。And he just looked back and he's like, shit's a brick. Like this white dude speaking Chinese.
Yeah, this Spaniard is yelling at me in Chinese.
Funny enough, in China, I got not like misidentified, but
Yeah.
I got mistaken for being Xinjiangi, like Uyghur,
Ah. Oh,
because I've
wow.
got like some of the Muslim features and things like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that caused some issues as well, which
Yeah,
was
no
interesting.
doubt. They really don't like Uyghurs.
It's not they don't like them. It's not that at all. But there was times where there was like tension
Mm-hmm.
between them,
Yeah.
and I
Isn't there
was
like
in
camps though? Don't they have like
I
concentration style camps?
politically, I can't guarantee. I can't say anything because I don't
Okay, yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's not my
We
kind of
won't
place.
talk about Taiwan either.
Yeah, yeah. I'd like to eventually go back to the country,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, yeah. It's like
Um,
America, man. America's trying so hard not to be China that they've become China. If you speak ill of Charlie Kirk or just America in general, and they find your tweets that they don't like, they will revoke your visa.
mhm.
Like
It's
the land
like
of free speech is eliminating people for speech.
asterisk, asterisk.
Yeah, please read the fine print.
Yeah, for people holding valid
Speech that we
American
like.
passports,
Yeah.
people holding valid American passports,
Yeah.
their MAGA hats.
Without getting too like into it,
Yeah.
like because people always talk about like how authoritarian China is and the government state and they own everything and they run everything. And I also think that like maybe there's some truth to it, but I was talking to a friend about we read so much news and we intake so much media now that like our perspective can be a little skewed, and if you just focus on like the day to day, most of these things you don't actually even notice. Like people talk
Mhm.
about, oh, we've never been more divided. Everybody in my neighborhood is super nice. I don't know what you're talking about. Like maybe if we got it deep into a conversation about something like a third rail, it would move. But like living in China, having that perspective, is it something that's very in your face that you have to like adapt to?
So I had one of the most interesting experiences because basically imagine removing all politics from your life.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you see politics is just gone. You don't have to think about it. It's not worry. Um, they're going to build a bridge here. I know it's going to be built. I know it's going to be built efficiently. I know it's going to be built fast. I don't ask questions
Mm.
because there's a bridge near my house that took 5 years to build, and Oh, well, can you meet next Tuesday? I can't do next Tuesday. I can do that. No, 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 no. Well, my kid's got soccer. Oh, we can't do this. Oh, we have to delay it because we found a pond with a frog.
Yeah, the environmental concerns.
And in China's like, what frog?
Yeah, we built the
Like the
bridge. The
joke we
frog can
always
live
said in
under the
China, like it was
bridge.
a funny thing, like, and it sounds like almost insane, but it's like for these kind of things, it's like a bridge gets built. Okay, you're in the way. They will literally like you'll see like famous nail buildings. There's a highway that literally goes
Oh
around a dude's
yeah,
house.
yeah. Or the one with the train that goes through the building.
That's in Chengdu. That's actually like design. That's an insane city to
It's
go to.
insane.
That's like you're on the terrace
Yeah.
over here and you're like, I'm on the ground floor. And then you walk to one side and you see it's like 30-story buildings. Then you go to the other side and it sinks down 20 stories. And then the train is going through it and the gas station's on the roof of this building
Yeah.
meeting with this highway. It's just like, what cyberpunk game were they
There
like
was a
playing
mobile
back then?
game. There was a mobile game called Tiny Towers, and you would build these little towers, and maybe you'd build like a hotel in one part of it, and then like a
Yeah, I
restaurant up
remember
here,
this
and they
one.
would
Yeah.
connect. And this is so long ago, like early mobile games. I remember my friend Pat was like, "This is gonna be the future." You realize that, right? Like all of the real estate is gonna be in the sky. Like you're just gonna buy
If
a piece in the sky, and it's all gonna connect with roadways, and the poor
if
people
you
will
ever
be
want to
on the
see a cool
ground.
thing about that, like old history stuff,
Yeah.
look up the Kowloon Walled City. That's one of my favorite places. It's been destroyed, but it was like the largest squatter settlement in the world. And the way it worked was you could go in one door, but then you navigated up, down, left, right. And like buildings were all connected to each other,
Wow.
but there were tunnels between buildings and there was no wires because it was a squatter settlement. So they ran their own wires and it was insane. It was an insane
It's
thing. Like,
crazy.
highly recommend looking up Kowloon Walled City. And if you ever get the chance, go to Hong Kong and see the park because you still see
Wow.
some of the remnants.
That's crazy. Sorry, I cut you
Oh,
off. You were saying
no,
that
it's
like
okay.
essentially like the way the government operates there is like if we're going to do something, we're just going to do it. We're not going to
Yeah, it's just
petition.
done.
You're
It's
not you're not
done.
arguing about like left or right politics cuz there's just one government with one mission and you just go about your daily life and
Yeah.
let us run stuff.
It's honestly, it was the weirdest feeling because we came back when I introduced my family to Olivia. And my godfather is he was running for city council. And we were canvassing for him and he's like, "Oh, we've got some people who speak Chinese. Let's go to a Chinese neighborhood. This will help." And it's like, "Okay, we're canvassing. Hi, we're with this person canvassing on behalf of this party. I help you guys lose." Slam the door. It's like, "Excuse me." Like I'm okay. And even working in car sales, like I'm doing a test drive and they have the little signs going down. So
Yeah.
who are you voting for? I'm like, what do I care?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
I've never cared about it
I
in the
don't
background.
get I don't get
After
like the
12 years, you just
displaying
do.
it on your lawn. You know? That to me
Might
was
as well
always like the
tattoo it on your arm.
weirdest thing. Oh my god, yeah. But that's the weirdest thing to me is like being like I allowing your political party to be your identity. Like not even just like oh I agree with this year I agree with like what this party is planning to do because it changes every single time, right? Like
Hmm.
the Liberal Party now is not the Liberal Party of 20 years ago. Same with the Conservative Party, same with the
Of
NDP Party.
course.
Like they're constantly evolving and changing and moving their positions. So to identify with something that moves so radically is insane.
No, that thing that you mentioned. It's like they've changed a lot in 20 years, and they've done this and they've done this. And in my brain, I'm like, don't care.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't matter to me. At the moment it matters is the moment they impede in my life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, trust me, property taxes. That I looked at that motherfucker. I'm like, which one do I pay less taxes to?
Well, that's what I mean. They're worth caring about enough to the extent that start to impact your day to day life. Like
Hmm.
if a party is all of a sudden like, hey, we're gonna increase the spending bill and we're gonna print like $1 trillion. You're like, okay, that's gonna make everything much more expensive. I don't want that, you know.
Like,
And then you make your decision from there.
the funny thing is, back on this kind of like authoritarian spiel thing for a sec.
Hmm.
Because it was funny because I just thought about it and I lost my license recently, so I had to go to my favorite place in the world, Surface Ontario, the DMV of Canada,
You should have
unfortunately.
just told them that you're with a dealer and they would have gotten you to the front of the line. I did that, bro. I went in. I had to switch my plate, and I went to the dealer side, and I was like, "Hey, I know I'm not working right now, but like, is there any way that I can just like get like a new ownership thing for this?" Oh yeah, yeah,
Dude,
sure, come over
I'm
here.
gonna keep my I'm gonna keep my Audi business cards. Just
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just doing some quick work. You mind if I?
yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But I was talking to them over there, and I'm like, I wonder because in China we have digital driver's licenses,
Mm-hmm.
and I asked them like, do you think you guys will ever get digital licenses? Oh no, too much fraud, too much this, and it's too easy to copy. And I'm like, it's weird because like I lived in basically like a dystopian future in
Yeah,
China
yeah, yeah.
where we have digital cards and it's done by a government app and you have to scan your face and they have like a rolling time on the bottom so you know it's live. So I show it the officer. I'm like, that's my license. They're like, got it, cool.
Wow.
Off you go. Over here, oh no, you need to show this little plastic card, which is super not easy to forge.
Yeah.
So
Which
it
they've
was stuff
had
like that
issues of people forging before.
for
Like it's not
years.
it for years. Like they just busted a bunch of people that got jobs at Service Ontario and then defrauded them from the inside. They were
Oh
just printing. They were just like making licenses that weren't like license plates that weren't registered to any person, and just giving those to their buddies so they could steal cars and move it
So
out.
the
Fake
thing there,
licenses.
right?
Like, oh man, it was
That kind of
brutal.
insanity, this backs onto this authoritarian because like here, Ontario would have to say, the Ontario government, we're going to do this. In
Hmm.
China, it's like the country's like, whole country's doing this.
Right.
Done.
They just mandate it.
There's no more provincial IDs. There's only national IDs. There's only like passports.
Right.
And it's everything is top down. And they say, and it has its problems because it's trickle down. So it's like everything at the top says, we're going to do this. And then
Right.
everyone down there is like, shit, well, how do we do it? And then everyone underneath, they tell everyone underneath. And that's when you see some of the, like the chaotic stuff or the
I see.
corruption that comes with it.
Right.
But it's still honestly something pretty surprising to see because like I China went from a cash only society with
Hmm.
occasionally using a debit card and a credit card was like insane like as a concept
Yeah.
to completely cashless society where like beggars have a QR code on their neck so you can give them money
That's crazy.
because no one had cash.
Yeah, they have to adapt. It's like
Exactly.
if you're begging, you have to figure out how do I set up some account that can receive money and
Well, a
yeah,
phone is cheap. A phone costs you
I
you can get a
guess
phone
yeah.
that has that capability for $70.
It's domestic. They're made right there. You can make it
Yeah.
yourself. um, uh,
It's
what
unbelievable.
what is the social credit system like living with that sort of pressure of oh if I do this my credit score might go down? Is it that much in your face like people are saying?
No,
Like
no, you barely notice
if
it.
you jaywalk
You
and they catch you on a
barely notice it.
CCTV.
You barely notice it. Or like, and if you jaywalk, like, yeah, on social credit is one thing, but then
Hmm.
there's also like in Shanghai, you jaywalk, all of the crossing lights have screens on them, and they'll put a photo of you up for 24 hours. Like this asshole crossed the street illegally.
It's
But
public
it's like they make it
shaming.
so simple. All the crosswalks have timers.
Right.
Everything is like you literally see a bar counting down
Hmm.
until it's time for you to go, and then it changes the whole thing green and crosses. Social credit was cool. It was very cool. It enabled like it's the funny hypocrisy I noticed coming back here, and I'll get back to it.
Hmm.
But in China, you give up privacy for convenience. Like that's the simple
Mm.
thing. So you know how you see those line scooters,
Yeah.
like the little
Yeah.
rental
Yeah.
scooters, right? I think you have to pay a deposit and then you pay to use it.
Yeah.
Okay? And in China, if you have good social credit, you don't need to pay a deposit. You just pay to use it.
Yeah. Mm.
So you scan it, hop on, off you go. Super easy. The same thing with battery banks, because everything being cashless, everything's on your phone. So you'd see a machine about the size of a cooler, and it would have about 8 to 10 battery packs in it. My brother saw one for the first time ever when he came to my wedding. And his phone, he's like, oh my God, my phone's about to die. What do I do? I'm like, what are you talking about? Boop. Scan this thing, spits out a battery. Here you go, charge your phone.
Well,
What? Did you just buy it? I'm like, no, I borrowed it.
yeah.
And then he plugs it in and he's walking around and he goes, well, my phone's full. We're far away from the hotel. I got to wait and carry this till I return. And I'm like, no. Flip it over, scan the back, shows me a map of all the local shops that have the same thing, return it to the nearest one. So it's good advertising for the companies,
Yeah.
as well as like it's just good product in sense. And it's like it cost me like I think it was like 15 cents an hour to charge
Wow.
my
Wow.
and it's just people reusing batteries, and the batteries have all the wires built into. So like your Android phone, my iPhone, doesn't matter anymore.
Wow.
And it's the funny thing because social credit, you jaywalk, you lower your social credit. You speak ill, you lower your social credits. You know, all these kind of things. Yeah. But then you're getting all these benefits on the other side, right?
Right.
So
They're
it
they're,
pays
they're not
for you to
making
be a
it
good citizen.
totally. It's because like if they were to say like, you know, if you tweet something bad, tweet, I don't know if they have Twitter even. If you
They have
if you
Weibo,
say
the
something
Chinese
on
version.
WeChat, it's bad.
Yeah.
We're gonna drop your credit score. But
So
you can't just give people consequence. There has to be like a reason of why they're sacrificing that thing. You know what I mean? Like there has to
so
be some type of positive. So I get that the convenience of like making your they're trying to make your day-to-day life easier, better,
mhm.
more accessible, whatever, in exchange for just don't talk shit about our government, please.
Well, just don't be an asshole.
Yeah, don't be a
Just don't
dick.
be an asshole.
Just don't be a
Like
dick.
I have a very good friend of mine. I helped him years ago with his Mexican restaurant. I love his place, and he got screwed over by someone like borrowing money. Like he lent him money,
Mm.
and the guy was not honoring it, not paying it back, being a piece of shit. So the guy went to the government and then slammed his social credit score. The guy lost, I think he lost high-speed internet. He lost the ability to travel out of the country.
God
He lost
damn.
the ability to take high-speed rail. Like like you want to be the social credit score. Yeah, you can have a good life. You're a piece of shit.
Uh,
Welcome to poverty. Like
wow.
it's poverty, and the only way to get out of it is to
Is
fix your
to
problems.
be a good person.
Yeah, and it's not even that. It's like he has to pay back all of his debts
Right.
first
Yeah.
before. So it's like that happened literally like a week later. My friend's like, I got all the money,
It's one of those
and
things
it's
though
like,
where it's like in some situations like I could see it working completely, right? Like you give someone the consequence for their actions for something social that they've done wrong. But then on the other hand, there's also like the banks here do it. Like if you have lots of money in your account, they're like, "Good job. Here's some more money." And the
yeah.
bank just gives you money. Or they go, "You know what? Don't even pay the bank fee this month. You got so much money in there. You don't even need to pay us any fees."
But we'll happily hold on to it for
Yeah.
you.
If you have negative money, though, they go, "You have negative money? Give me more of your money." And you're like, "I already have negative money, though." They're like, "Yeah, and we want 48 more of that." And you're like,
It's honestly
"How,
it's
how do you get
bonkers.
yourself out of that?" Like that, you know? So I understand, like, in a situation where, let's say you're in China, you're struggling, you can't pay your friend back. It's, you know, and then he gets pissed off about it and decides he's going to tank your credit score. Now you can't take the train to get to work. You don't have internet, so you can't make
It's
money
not take the train to
online.
get to work. You can't take the high-speed train. You can't travel from city to city like normal people.
Yeah,
Imagine you and me have to go to Toronto,
that's crazy.
right?
Yeah.
We have to go to Ottawa to Toronto. I can take high-speed rail. I'll be there in an hour. You have 5 hours on the train.
I'm on a motorbike that I bought off somebody for six
No, but
hours.
this is where it comes into almost the hypocrisy of it over here,
Yeah.
where people are clamoring and screaming about their privacy, and yet China, you give it up and you get benefits, and over here, I want my privacy. I want my privacy. 1 second, let me post this to my socials.
Yeah, you give it up for nothing. You
And
give
I'm
up
like,
your
you get nothing
privacy for
for it. I'm like, what's wrong with
nothing.
you?
For nothing. Like
Yeah.
if anybody reads those privacy agreements that they all just click and sign and say agree to, they'd be like
Yep.
mortified. You're just giving away your data. You know what's something fucked up? I
Mm.
went to A&W the other night and I paid with my debit card, whatever. I didn't give him my name. He didn't ask for my name. I didn't give him my name. I look up at the screen and it says my order number and it says my name.
Your full name.
I was like, what the fuck? No, it was like a shortened. It was like John R or something. I was like,
Yeah.
that's weird as fuck. That to
But
me
like,
is an invasion of my privacy. Like, why does everyone in this restaurant
I
need to know
I
my
think
name?
of that as awesome. I think of it as awesome.
I hate it. I hated it.
No, because I don't have to talk to people.
Yeah,
I'm like, what am I gonna do? Sit there? It's like, so what's your? My name is John R
yeah.
J
Right
O
there.
J O N or John. Like, no, go just give me my fuck. I'm at
Yeah.
AMW's. I'm going in for fast food. You saved me time. You put the
Mm-hmm.
fast food.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
That's
Like,
ridiculous.
I'm okay with that. But the no, it is a lot different. And like as I said, people and in China, people post all the time,
Mm.
all the time. Like it's pretty crazy. Like to see how social media changes because like you use one app in China and it's basically everything.
Wow. Well, that's what Elon Musk is trying to do with X, right? He's trying
Yeah,
to make it the everything app. You pay on it, you vote on it, you post about stuff on it, you bank with them. Like eventually, it's going to be like you tap it to
I
get on the Starship to get to Mars. Like,
I used it. It is one of the most incredible things, and it's just simple.
hmm,
Like in one app, I talked to my friends, and it's like I was doing the background check for this company, and they're like, "Oh, we're having trouble contacting your former employer in China." I'm like, "How are you contacting them?" Phone and email. I'm like, "They're not going to answer the call because one, it's not a domestic call. They'll think it's a scam immediately.
true.
Two, email. What is this? 1995 for these people? Like
I sent them a
they're
well-written email.
like, what are you talking about? Like WeChat, everything's just like instant.
Yeah.
Like this well-written email thing. Like no, everything's very frenetic, very last minute, very dum 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 dum.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very cool, but it's also like it's been nice coming back here because your life actually splits in two when you come here, where there is work and life, whereas
Yes.
over there they kind of fuse into one amalgam.
I see. What do
And
you
it,
mean,
it,
like
it is
you're? Is it more like a societal pressure, or just like that's just the way it is? Like everyone is always talking about work, doing work. Like nobody ever relaxes. Like, is that what you mean?
no, no. I'd split it a little bit differently. Do you know how over here you work and you're
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm getting a solid 8 hours of work,
Right.
and then home, don't bother me.
Right.
Okay? In China, imagine mixing that time together.
So they could bother you at any time.
Yeah. So like over here, like if your boss texted you at 10:30 at night, you'd probably rip them a new one.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I need this document from you. In China, hey, I need this document from you. If it's 9 o'clock at night, I'll get it for you. Done.
Yeah.
And there's no one complaining. They're just like, this is normal.
That's how
And
a
it kind
bridge
of
gets
gives
built in a month,
in 3 months.
3 months.
3 months, I saw a full suspension bridge that was 4 lanes wide get built.
That's
And
crazy.
it's literally just like they shut down the road and then they drive in the sections and drop them in
Yeah.
and then drive a truck over it. They're like, it's good. Let's
The
go.
craziest thing was watching them build a hospital in like 2 days. I was like,
Yeah, that's the prefab one. That's during COVID. I remember that one.
fucking
That's like
nuts.
it's like Lego blocks. They build them
Yeah.
off site and they just ship them
So
in and click,
smart.
click, 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 click.
Oh, it's so smart.
Yeah, it's
But I
simple.
get like you, and then you also you're coming from Spain, which is probably what's the? I'm gonna have a 3 hour lunch.
Well, the Spain culture is very lax. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. But it's still like they enjoy life a lot more. In China, life and work mixed together. Like I couldn't. The one thing that broke my brain was like I am sitting eating a sandwich every day that I go to work. I'm happy about it. I'm fine with it. But I used to in China go out every day and sit in a nice restaurant and have a meal of the day, which would be like, let's say a small margarita pizza, a salad and a drink, or I'll go get a
Yeah.
risotto, or I'll go get Chinese food. And like I had 2 hours off a day for lunch.
Yeah.
And I would do that, and then I would go over to Costa Coffee, so Starbucks, like from the UK,
Yeah.
and I would sit there for an hour and work. And then I'd go back and totally chilled out back to work.
Yeah.
But I was working while I was off, so I'm like, is it off? Is it on?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all
There's
gray
no
kind of
real
thing.
separation. Again, there's
But it
positives and negatives to both, right? Like,
but it's enjoyable. Like in the
yeah.
sense of like you're thinking work from home, like I need to take a break. I'm gonna go take a break.
Yeah. Sure.
It's kind of in a mix in between that.
Yeah.
But no, there's a lot of cool things over there about it. One of the like the lifestyle was definitely a nice thing I noticed.
Yeah.
Like
Tell me about the time because I think this is a hilarious story because we're getting close to the end here. Tell me
Mm.
about the time where you were riding your motorbike and accidentally ran into a military installation.
Oh my God. Okay. So I've been an avid motorcyclist since forever. And in China, the moment I was able to get a motorcycle illegally, I did. One of the beautiful things, it's like the cities are dense. Best way to commute is always a bike. And my hobby was, and it's very mountainous. So they build these paths to the top of mountains. So I would race up them with the motorcycle group. And I would go out because I live more on the outskirts and I'd look for other mountains. And there was a mountain called Baohuashan. Me and my buddy Tommy went up there and it was hilarious. So we were driving and it's got this beautiful temple. I'll send you a video later so you can see what the place is.
Okay,
It's
cool.
incredible. And it's a beautiful temple space and we drive up and you drive up to the top of the mountain, kind of towards the top. And it says this is the source of the Qinghai River and they label all these stuff and philosophical things. But I'm looking, I'm like, this doesn't really feel like the top. And I'm like, the road keeps going that way. So I drive up. And as I'm driving, I see this, this was early in my time in China, so I couldn't read shit.
Right.
And I drove up and there's a red sign, white Chinese characters on it, just in the middle of the road. And I'm like,
I don't know what it
okay,
says.
I'm gonna drive by. So I drive by. And I'm wearing my full face helmet with like the rainbow reflective shield.
Mm. Yeah.
So it's like the sunlight one. So I'm driving through, and then I just hear like on a megaphone, like shouting in Chinese, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" I keep driving forward, like you hear four guns get cocked, and I'm like, hands up in the air immediately. Guy comes out of the bushes, just like it's like this bullpup gun they have.
Yeah.
So he comes out, looks at me, put the helmet on like the handlebars. And he's trying to speak to me in Chinese. And I'm like, I'm a foreigner.
Yeah. I'm
And he's like,
sorry.
here, no.
Yeah.
And then I'm backing up, like with my feet, my helmet on my handlebar, backing up until I get to this spot. And I zip down and I go see Tommy. I'm like, holy shit, like you'll never guess what the fuck happened. And then as we're driving down, like, me white as a ghost driving down,
Hmm.
nerves come to it. We drive down so that the path branched two ways down the mountain. So we took the other way. And we're driving down and we see this nice caged in basketball court in like an apartment building in the mountain.
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, this is super cool. We're driving through, and the guy's playing basketball, and they go, hey! They run up and they smack the fence. Guys. And one guy who speaks English, he goes, you guys drove to you drove to the top? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, it's a military base, man. So all the guys at the bottom, it's the barracks. But they
Oh,
have apparently
jeez.
like some surveillance base up there. And I
Right.
just meandered along and drove in. I'm like,
Yeah.
this looks cool. Because that's all I did was I explored. I found like it
Yeah.
was nice to like urban explore and look
Hmm.
for cool things.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
totally. But to
there's so
stumble
much
upon a
history there.
military base is
Yeah.
crazy.
And it's like, but the
Because in
hilarious thing
Canada,
is just,
Canada, a military base is very like this is a military base. You know what I mean? Like
but
it's so open and on the ground.
but it would be equivalent of like there being a military base at Gatineau Park
Yeah, yeah, just at the
that
top of
nobody's
the
supposed
hill.
to know about.
Yeah,
Like it's hilarious. It's like this is a big national park, and we put a military base to surveil other people in it.
that's insane.
I don't know for sure, but still, it was hilarious because that was what I was told. But no, there were so many stupid stories with motorcycles and the motorcycle group. Like it was such a cool sense of community,
Hmm.
and we had such a great time just hooning around, being idiots.
Yeah.
Like the funniest thing is like I drove an illegally plated bike for fucking years until literally I was driving and my bike, I thought I bought a real plate, but I couldn't
Hmm.
read it. And literally I bought a vanity plate that looks like a real plate that says in Chinese, I only drive when I'm drinking. And I drove it everywhere.
That would be like buying a fucking like vanity plate from like a gift shop at like an en
It says
route.
fuck you cops on it or
Yeah.
something. And I drove around for
Uh,
years with that. I drove around for years with that bike
Years is crazy.
until I got stopped at a police random checkpoint. And they asked me, like, do you have the license for this bike? And I, no. It's my friend. I tell them like it's my friend's bike.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they write me the ticket. Give this to your friend. We're going to be taking this bike from you. I'm like, can I take the stuff from inside the bike?
Yeah.
No problem. So I open it up. I unscrew the vanity plate. I take the vanity plate, take my stuff from the inside, put it in the helmet.
Yeah.
2 days later, bought a new motorcycle.
Oh my god.
But no,
Put the
dude,
vanity plate back on.
hilariously, I bought another motorcycle
Yeah.
basically on Amazon that got delivered to my mechanic.
Wow. That's
Like I
awesome.
ordered like that day. I have photos of it. The cops taking it, and I had also just finished drinking 2 beers too. So I'm like, I was so royally screwed in every direction. And they're like, "This is your bike? Nope.
Nope.
Give the ticket to your friend. He'll get it out of impound." I'm like, "Cool.
Yeah,
Peace."
like, it's there forever.
It didn't cost me. It cost me like $400 for the first motorcycle.
Wow. That's crazy.
And I'm like, what do I care about? Like,
Yeah.
next bike, I'll buy a nicer one. And I put on my socials, like, which bike should I buy next? This one or this one? And then I had people help me pick mine.
Yeah.
And then I ordered it. I got it custom made the way I wanted, shipped to me. Like, after having so many bikes, I had such a good relationship even with my mechanic.
Yeah.
And funny enough, I couldn't communicate, but I would like use gestures
Mm-hmm.
and sounds. So, what the moto chocuela, like my motorcycle broken, bang, bang,
Uh,
bang, 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 and it's just like, and me
he's
and my
like,
buddy
it's
called him
the
the bike
chain.
whisperer. We
That's
called him
so
the bike
funny.
whisperer because he would literally be and he'd like listen to the engine.
Yeah.
Like, you meet the nicest people in the world. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it.
Hmm.
It was such kindness and such, like my mechanic was trying to replace a rear tire for me once for my big like Harley bike,
Mm-hmm.
and his crowbar snapped and it smacked him in the face.
Oh my god.
He was in the hospital, and I went back and I saw my bike was still taken apart like 2 hours later. I'm like, oh, he said it'd be done. Oh, he went to the hospital. And then I go back like another 2 hours later,
Yeah.
like checking if he's okay. And
Yeah.
he's there with a bandage on his fucking face working on my bike. I ended up giving him like here's $100 tip on top of the fix.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you had
Because like,
literally medical expense.
well, I'm just like, no, but it's like he's been so kind for me for so many
Mm-hmm.
years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I remember like my motorcycle, my blue motorcycle, one of the favorite things is like me and Olivia, our night rides, we'd drive up a mountain and lie on the grass and look at the stars and just chat. And I remember on one of them, I had a transmission snap. And this was miles out of the city. And then we got an Uber back. Next morning, I got my mechanic. Hey, my bike broke all the way over here. Shit. Let's unload my cargo van, go get your bike. And then I'm sitting in the back of a van, no seatbelt, holding up my bike as it's rocking. Like,
Yeah, that's
everyone would
awesome.
think of it as like a shitty story, but there's no
Nah,
reason to
that's
be
pretty
shitty
cool.
about
That's
it.
pretty cool, like humanity moment where someone's like,
Yeah.
just yeah, sure, let's go get it. You know.
And it's kind of why I picked like optimism for this because
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
I've never had an experience where like even like negative shit at work. Eh,
Yeah. It's what do
it's
you
just
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just today. It
You
doesn't
gonna let it
matter.
ruin your life?
I'm just like I can go out and I can enjoy it. And it's like the funniest thing. I remember the guy who brought me to China gave me one of the things that led to the alcohol business even getting started. And it was one of the funniest ones. I was at his graduation for his MBA ceremony, and he
Mm-hmm.
was the organizer of the students. So he sat me at the table of honor next to all like the alumni benefactors and stuff. And I sat next to this dude called Richard. And I just sit there and I start shooting the shit with him. Like, hey man, how you doing? Oh, blah, 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 we're talking. And he comes and he pulls me aside and he goes, David, you can't talk to that man that way. He's very influential. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm gonna talk to him
Yeah.
like I talk to everyone.
Yeah.
And like the dude ended up he's a billionaire who owns 3 container ships.
Wow.
Like, what a phone number to have in your
Wow.
phone when you want to start a liquor business.
Why would you not want to talk to that guy?
But the thing is, so many people are too shy to even, they're just
Yeah.
like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
And like that guy, he gave me some adventures over the years. Like, one of the first time I was in a car that was like, I remember I was in a Maybach, like a full Maybach. Incredibly expensive car, and I'm there like doe-eyed idiot because of the car enthusiast in me. And he looks at me and he's like, the driver, him in the back, me in the back. And he goes, driver's taking us home. And I'm there like, wow, look at the car. And he goes, you like this car? I'm like, yeah, it's a beautiful car. It's incredible. And he goes, I hate this car. I'm like, but you have like 30 of these cars. And he goes,
Yeah.
I know. I hate them all. I'm like, why? And he's like, I cannot drive what makes me happy. I have to drive what my customers want.
Ah.
So, and I'm like, what would you drive? And he's like, I want my daughter's car. and it's a Mini Countryman, and I'm like, this billionaire dude wants to drive around in a mini SUV.
He's like, have you ever heard of a Pontiac Sunfire? He's like, my dream car. It's so funny, yeah, because
But
you
it's
think
like
somebody who has lots of money, they're like, oh, they must want a Lamborghini, or they have like three of them and they love it. And it's like, not necessarily.
he he was an interesting character because for him, he would have some like he'd walk around always with one AirPod,
Hmm.
and he would literally like talk, 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 da, 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 done, keep going.
Wow.
Or the funniest one, he would nap. He'd literally stop and he'd be like this, Johnny, I'm going to take a nap. He reaches into his pockets, he grabs his keys,
Puts on
and he
a.
holds them. No nap, no, no, literally where he is sitting.
Yeah.
Like it could be a sofa, it could be in his desk in his office, and you're
Yeah.
sitting in front of him. He's like, I'm going to take a nap. And he holds his keys and he sits like this,
Yeah.
and then you just hear keys drop. He wakes up and gets back to work. Like that's as much sleep as he needs, enough to sleep so that he can drop his keys. And I watched him do it a few times, and I'm like, "What is this?" And he goes, "That's all the energy. That's all you need to recover. The rest
Wow.
is lost to dreaming."
Yeah, because he's like, I'm gonna burn out if I don't like shut my eyes for a second, and then
Yeah, but oh,
feel
the
that like
dude,
drifting off.
the dude's a machine. The dude's
Wow,
like insane.
that's
Like when we
crazy.
wanted to get shit done, I wanted to do the business with him originally, and because he saw the tariffs, he was just like, there's no way." Like
Mm,
180% tariffs on liquor. It was unbelievable.
that's crazy.
But we nuanced it and we finessed it and we got it to 70%, me and my business partner Carlos. And literally, I post the day it arrives on socials and he calls me. Like, imagine having a billionaire call you out of the
Yeah,
blue
yeah. What the hell?
and just be like, "How'd you do it?
Yeah,
I know you. You're not fucking stupid.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You're not stupid. You, you're not paying 180%. How'd you
yeah,
do it?" And I'm like, "Let's go to dinner and we'll talk about it." We went to
yeah,
dinner,
yeah. There you
talked,
go.
and then I ended up being a host for online like broadcast selling liquor for his platform.
Wow,
But then he ended up plugging my liquor and helping me get into supermarkets and all that stuff. So it's
that's
like
amazing. Yeah,
all from talking to a guy the way I wasn't supposed to.
yeah, exactly.
So
I
it's
love
like
that.
it's the funny stories that come up like that is always, you know what, it's
It's always out of optimism too. It's like, what's the worst that's
yeah.
gonna happen? You know?
And it's even little things where it's like you have to downsize. As a foreigner there, you can't live big.
Mm-hmm.
Like over here, like the thing I liked over there is you rent an apartment, it comes with furniture.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Because over here, you rent an apartment, like you changed apartments. How was that?
Brutal. Because I
Imagine if you moved
downsized.
into your Toronto apartment and furniture's already there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But you didn't pick it. The
Oh,
landlord picked it.
sure. I
Who
don't
gives a
even
shit? It's
care.
a bed,
It's a
right?
bed,
A bed, a
whatever.
TV, a sofa. They leave you the essentials.
Yeah.
And so I
And the
was
whole
just
point of
so
living in a city is like never being home to like cook and sleep. Like a city is a big metropolitan city is so exciting that you want to be out. You want to be like seeing things, doing stuff, you know?
so you're kind of right because there's a saying in China, and I really like this one, and it pokes into this really well. Um, the mall is the extension of your living room
That's a great saying.
because literally from my front door
Yeah.
there was a 500-meter walk to a massive shopping center.
Wow.
Four floors, 4 floors high in one side,
That's
a lake
amazing.
in the middle, an underground tunnel that linked to the other side, which had two other two-story strip malls, two movie theaters, tons of food, restaurants, playgrounds for kids. It was awesome. And there
Wow.
was always something going on.
Yeah.
So it's like, why wouldn't I be? I went there every day for lunch and coffee. The
Yeah,
place
why
had two
wouldn't you?
Starbucks and a Costa.
Yeah,
And
that's
then all
amazing.
the trendy stuff. So I'm like, why would I do it? Why would I bother? You
Yeah.
know, I could stay home and I watch my TV and I relax, but then all the dynamic stuff is outside.
Mm-hmm. Did
Whereas, hmm?
sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, go ahead, go
Oh
ahead.
no, no, I was gonna transition. Go ahead, finish what you're
Okay.
saying.
No, whereas the thing over here is, yeah, metropolitan, it's dense, but not dense like Asia.
Hmm.
Because we factor in all the cars. We want to give them parking. In Asia, it's like you have a car, that's your problem. You can walk here. So it's like if you want to go somewhere, go ahead.
Right.
But don't worry about parking. Just and then it just lets everything get more dense and then feel much more metropolitan.
Yeah. What I was gonna ask you, this is usually the
Yeah.
last question that I end off with. The question is essentially, what advice would you give to your younger self? But I want you to think of you at 15 years old. I find for a lot of people, that's like a period of your life where you're still living at home, you're still thinking about what you want to do with your life. You're not a kid anymore. You're not quite an adult, but you're getting this pressure now put on you of like, what are you going to do? Start thinking of this stuff now. So imagine the phone rings and you at 15 pick up and it's you now on the other end, and you could give your younger self a piece of advice. What would you say?
Stop giving a shit about what other people think. Because like that's when you lose control. Like the person who controls the relationship is the person who cares the least.
Mm.
And it's a sad fact. And it goes for romantic relationships, it goes for business relationships, it goes for anything. Like if you're always the one trying to get the person to do something and they don't care, they really control the relationship.
That's true.
And at the end of the day, I'm like, and you've seen how I work, and I'm like, when I don't care, I don't care.
Right.
And I'm like, I will do it, and I will make it known that I will do it, and I will work, 110% every time I can. But when, like, I'm not going to do something, I'm, in a sense, is like, I'm not trying to control the relationship in a sense, but it's still like, I don't care what this is because I know the outcome I'm working towards is better, in a sense.
Yeah, I get
Because,
what you're
like,
saying.
I'm not trying to tell, like, in a sense, controlling the relationship, like, do more and, like, not give a shit. Because all the choice, the what you wear, based on a lot of other people, not what you think. What you talk, what you think, what you do. In China, it was an amazing experience there because me and my buddy Tommy, we could walk down the street and say anything we wanted and no one could understand us. Imagine the freedom of having no inner monologue and just talking.
Yeah.
So it just changes a lot about your dynamics with people. Where like I can call this dude up and he'll say something horrendous and I don't care
Yeah, exactly.
because I'm like it doesn't bother me. I know
Yeah.
he's not meaning it, and it's everyone like some other people like, oh my god, he said that. I'm like, he doesn't mean it. Don't take it
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah. People that
Like
read into things too much. Yeah.
yeah, like that's more. I think that's more the line is like don't read into things, don't care, just like focus on this core bubble, and then people who come into your life. Because over there, you see people come in, you'll know them for 2 years, and then they'll disappear from your life.
Wow.
I've met people for a few months who've changed my life, and then gone.
Wow.
So it's always an interesting thing. But yeah, no, it's been an interesting roller coaster ride to say the least.
I like that, man. No, that was great advice. I usually share people's social media, but you're not very active on
I don't use
the
any social media.
socials. I have your Instagram. Do you want me to tag it or not tag
No,
it?
no
Or
needs. I don't really do Instagram, or I just have it,
all
but
right.
I don't really do any social media. I lost it all over like I just use Facebook a bit, but yeah, I lost it all because in China it was all blocked.
Right. So you're like,
So
why
I
would
only
I
use
build anything?
WeChats and then FaceTime, and I actually feel it made my relationship with people better
Yeah.
because it's more genuine. There's less fluff. When I text you, it's because I'm actually thinking about you, not
Yeah.
because I saw a post you made.
Exactly, and it popped into your head or whatever.
Hmm.
Adam Beach was the same way when I talked to him. He's like, I don't have any social media. He's like,
Hmm.
I would much rather just like connect with people in real life than
Yeah.
be like so hyper focused on like what's happening on this virtual world or whatever it is.
Well, it's when your mind is elsewhere, you can't think about being here.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, how can you
That's
be
it.
present? Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, David, it was a pleasure chatting with you, man. I really
Oh,
appreciate you making the
absolutely.
time.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you. My first podcast
Of
experience.
course.
Let's see how it
Yeah.
goes. My brother's already looking forward to this.
Oh, nice. I'll send you the link once I get it all up.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, man.
All right. Take care, David.
All right. Take care. Ciao.
Later. Stay in touch.
That will do.